Another feeling of frustration as a small business now, where you have to do like 78 things every day to keep your business running. Everything depends on you. You do recruitment, you do restocking, you do marketing, you calculate money, you pay salaries, you answer customer phone call, you chat. And your dream life of going on vacation for 3 months, enjoying yourself, and yet your business is running smoothly without you. It seems very far-fetched. But in this video, I'm going to begin to show you how you can systemize your business and make it run smoothly without you. Hi, I'm Emeka Osai, Client of Strategy, and my job is to arm you with strategic insights and position you and your business to win for a long time. Stick around. Now, first things first, what exactly is a system? Now, a system is a set of interconnected and interrelated components or elements. That's people, processes, data, devices that work together harmoniously towards a purposeful outcome in a repeatable, consistent, and predictable manner. Now, we can extract 3 features from this definition. First, elements, relationships, and purposeful outcome. Elements has to do with the distinct parts, okay, that you can actually list out. Component parts that you can list out. The relationship has to do with the links or rules that make the parts to cooperate together. Are you getting it now? Then the purposeful outcome is an input being transformed into an output that serves a goal. Do you get it now? I heard someone say recently that, a checklist, something like a checklist is a system. A checklist is not a system. A method, a technique is not a system. People use that word system so loosely, anyhow. Remove any one of these 3 features and you don't have a system. Okay? Element, relationship, purposeful outcome. So why systems? You know, from the introduction, I already painted a picture of a business without a system, the frustration and everything, and then one with a system that you can go and sleep. Practically go and sleep. Don't even need to think about what's going on in the business, and yet it is running smoothly and progressing. When systems are in place, you begin to work on your business and not in your business. On your business, in your business. 2 different things. Working in your business is you being in operations. You are involved very deeply in operations, running here and there, supervising this, doing that, doing this operations. But when you're working on your business, you're doing strategy work. There are 2 different things. In operations, on strategy. You are thinking of how to advance the business. You don't need to be there to do that. Number 2, when the systems are in place, the business is easily scalable and sellable. Are you getting it now? Although selling business is not very common in this environment, but people cash out big time when they said a business that is really profitable, good systems. Big companies will come and buy it. Especially when they see potential, they want to buy off their competitor because they don't want it to compete. Just as they bought WhatsApp, they bought Instagram, Facebook bought WhatsApp, and so on. It's easily sellable and you will make a lot of money from selling such a thing. And scalability, you can easily expand your operations and everything. 3rd one, why systems? It enables consistency and predictability of results. Now there's this statement by Michael E. Gerber, the author of E-Myths, that I love so much. It said systems permit ordinary people to produce extraordinary results predictably. It means that when you have a system, you don't need to hire superstars to run it excellently. You understand? The processes, the things laid down, the procedures, standard operating procedures, anybody can run it. Just little training and teaching. Person will run it and get the same result than the superstar that's laid it down in place. You need very capable, experienced people to build and lay the system down. But to run it, you don't need experience to run an already laid down system to produce the same result. Are you getting it? So that's the beauty of systems. It's not dependent on any one person to succeed. Anybody can decide to resign. The thing will move very smoothly. Without that person, you can easily recruit another person to replace that person. just little training and person, everything is up and running. Okay, so it's like bringing out what is inside your head, all the creativity, the experience, the processing. You extract it from your head and lay it down on paper, that anybody that reads it can run with it. Do you understand me? Write the vision, make it plain on paper, that anybody that reads it can run with it, can operate it. Anybody. So in learning about how to build systems, there are 3 aspects we're going to be considering. Okay, the characteristics of systems, the principles of systems, and the approach to building systems. 3 aspects we're going to be considering. Okay, so we're going to be doing it part 1, part 2, part 3. Don't take everything in this view, it will be too long. Okay, so now we're going to be dealing with the characteristics. Now, the goal of systems building is for the organization to be as self-sustaining and as self-perpetuating as a living organism. Are you getting me now? That's the goal. Let it your organization is functioning like a living thing, self-sustaining, self-perpetuating. That's when you know that you have an excellent business system. You understand? And every living organism has characteristics, 7 basic characteristics. Without one of those characteristics, you don't have a living thing. Are you getting it now? So this it will guide you. You check for these things. It's part of how to build system. You check the characteristics, you check the principles, and use them to approach the building of the systems. Now, you know, in biology, they taught us Mr. NIGER, the characteristics of a living thing. Movement, respiration, nutrition, irritability, growth, excretion, reproduction. They also apply to a proper business system to have all these characteristics also. Now, the first one, movement. It's in your business system. It has to do with the ability and the mechanism of your business to promptly respond to its environment. Okay, especially the external environment. Okay, it is capable of responding to opportunities, responding to threats. As it moves towards opportunities, is capable of seizing opportunities promptly and avoiding threats by using its internal resources. Okay, that's movement, the ability to respond to the environment. You move towards opportunities, you move away from threats, you analyze all these things, and the response, your ability to respond to it. So the next one is respiration. You know, respiration has to do with intake of oxygen, okay, and removal of carbon dioxide. Respiration has to do with taking oxygen and using it to produce energy that powers your body, all the operations in your body. Okay, so in business system, it has to do with your value capture mechanism. You know, a business creates value and you deliver value to your customers. Value creation, value delivery, and value capture. Value capture is you getting revenue. That's value capture. You deliver value, you capture value in the form of revenue. A value capture mechanism and the ability to utilize it to power your operations, your revenue or cash flow. That's the oxygen in a business. Without it, your business is dead. Are you getting it now? Use that revenue to your operating expenses to power your operations, and you have to balance it in a way that your expenditure has to be less than your revenue. So the next one is N, nutrition. Nutrition. Every living thing needs nourishment, nutrition. Okay. Now, in a business system, there needs to be a nutritional mechanism. Nutrition has to do with input, the inputs of talent, raw materials, and information and knowledge. Okay, continuous learning. Every system is built on sound knowledge. You can't do without it. You must build a system around continuous learning. Build continuous learning into the system. You must build talent, a system of talent management for raw materials, supply chain management, and continuous learning. A mechanism, a system that values continuous learning. Go and look at any business that is doing well, that is operating excellently. You will see all these things there. Talent management, supply chain management, raw materials that you need to do operations, the thing you need, assets, and all those things. and then continuous learning for continuous improvement, getting new knowledge through research, the latest technological research, scientific research, your own market research, new knowledge and everything. That's nourishment. All right. Then the next one is irritability. Irritability has to do with your ability to respond to stimuli. Okay, response to stimuli just means change, internal change, external change, your ability to, and it starts with your ability to detect that change, and then you communicate the information, communicate that change to decision makers who will now craft an appropriate response to it. Are you getting it now? So internal change can be you detect, you create a mechanism that can detect internal change. Employee concerns, internal. Do you have a system that you're able to listen to your employees, to capture their concerns, their complaints, and then respond to it to correct it? That irritability. Then externally, customer feedback is one of them. Competitor moves. You have a system to monitor it, to know what your competitors are doing, what they are trying to attempt, and then your appropriate response to it. Customer feedback. You have a mechanism, a system that captures your customers' feedback. You use it, you analyze it, and make decisions and craft a response. That's irritability. Another one is the external environment is what we call those pestle factors. Pestle, P-E-S-T-E-L. Political factors, economic factors, social factors, technological factors, legal factors, economic factors. They impact on your business. So you have a system that monitors these things, monitors the political environment, the changes, and then respond to it because they can affect your business both positively and negatively. Okay? Do you understand? You are a system to detect and monitor this. That's irritability and respond appropriately by passing it through decision makers that will craft an appropriate response. Again, that's irritability. Then growth, G for growth. Growth is very easy to understand. Just basically increase in revenue and impact. Two things. The increase in your revenue. In other words, your revenue this year should be higher than your revenue last year. Your revenue next year should be higher than any business that is not having an increase in revenue. There's something wrong. It's a problem. Do you understand? It does not matter whether, you are no longer increasing, you have reached like your maximum capacity. You should still be having increase. That's what investors look at. Let's say you have investors want to buy your business or they want to invest in your business. To look at your financial statements over the years. Okay, do a horizontal analysis year on year. Are you having increase or the revenues are dwindling? This year it goes down, next year it goes down even further, then climbs up again. No, you have to grow. That's what determines the health of it. So do you have a mechanism to monitor and detect? When you see that there is no growth, there must be a problem. Just like having a child, you give birth to a child, okay? And then the child is not growing. It's not growing well. Has stunted growth. It means that there is a problem. The child might not die. Oh, that child is not good doesn't mean to die. Okay, so if you're not having increase in revenue, doesn't mean your business will die, but it's a signal that there is a problem because a living thing needs to experience growth. I getting growth in revenue, growth in impact. Are you getting me now? Then the next characteristics that you need to check out for when building a system, you must create a system for it, is excretion. E is the elimination of waste, inefficiency, toxic, bad workplace practices, or that toxicity can even be a person. There are some bad eggs that can just crop up in your organization. You need to fire them because they will contaminate others and it will create problems for your the ability to detect those things. Okay, and the last one, reproduction. Okay, every living organism has the capacity to reproduce after its kind. Okay, to reproduce after its kind. It's just when you see this thing, something like a franchise system, okay, where you can have the same business scattered in different places, they are all looking identical. You understand? It starts from one place, then it gives birth to other children everywhere. They are looking exactly identical, though they do things the same way, everything. Franchise system. That is a very excellent system in operation. It has reproduced after its kind. That system for you, everything is laid down in detail how everything should operate. Every single part of the business, recruitment, everything is spelled out. That's why they can operate in unison identically. Okay, so your business need to have that capacity. If you want to expand, you can easily reproduce yourself after your kind, and there will be no difference. Your brand identity is maintained. You have that. It's part of being a living thing. So those are the 7 characteristics you have to look out for. Do you have them? Are they present in your system that you are building? Okay, so the next one we're going to be dealing with the principles, like 10 of them. Okay, the principles building systems. Right, so I'm going to see you in the next video.